Hi, how are you? I am Dave Momano, your Next Step guy. Today's blog entry is going to be about the books that I've read in the recent past and books that I'm going to read this year on my plan. I want to share them with you. Maybe you guys can get something out of it as well. So the books that I read this year that I highly recommend. First of all, I finally took the plunge and read this big, thick book, Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. Fantastic book. Kind of a staple for any businessman. Highly recommend this. You've probably heard of Patrick Lencioni if you're in business. He's written many books, 5 or 6 books at least. I've read a pack of his books, and The 5 Temptations of a CEO is I believe, the first book he read, kind of the foundation for a lot of things. The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, The 4 Obsessions of an Extraordinary Executive. Great, great author. Storyteller, very, very inspiring. A book that everyone should read at some point in their life, Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. If you ever need to keep your life in perspective, this is the book for you. One of the best books, I believe, ever written, and one of my favorite books I've ever read. Incredible book, given to me by a friend, Halftime. It's a book for business people that have built incredible businesses, reached, maybe their 40s or 50s, and want to take their experience and bring it into a second half of their life surrounding helping people, using their strengths and God-given talents on helping others as far as relating their business skills to more charity. A friend of mine, Lewis Shipp from the Inc. Business Council, wrote this book, Business Brilliant. Lewis, great book. I highly recommend it. Inc. Magazine works closely with Lewis, and he's learned some incredible stories throughout the years. One of my heroes, Mr. Nido Qubein, is the president of High Point University. He's written tons of books and a lot of videos and audio. Stairway to Success is one of his staple books. Incredible book to get things done with your life, step-by-step plans. And then some of the basics here that should be read every year. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Total staple. I suggest reading it once a year to keep your head straight. And of course, the book of all books, I believe, the second best-selling book in the world, second to the Bible, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Once again, a book that you should read every year. And one of my favorite books that I read once a year too, just to have some fun with my style, Screw It, Let's Do It by Richard Branson. Fun book. So books that I'm going to read this year, we have David and Goliath, the next book in the series from Malcolm Gladwell. Excited to read this. I've heard great things about it. I'm reading this currently right now, Daniel Goleman, Focus. It's already a very, very popular book, and I've heard people talking about it, so I've started it, and it's an excellent book so far. Gary Vaynerchuk, many of you know him, The Thank You Economy and Crush It. He has his next book out, and it's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Just got this, excited to read this as well. And Gary is a guru in the world of social media, so I highly recommend this too. One of my business heroes is Ari Weinswig. And Ari started with a partner, Zingerman's, and he's got, I believe, about 15 to 20 businesses right now. And one of my business heroes, Zingerman's Deli out in Ann Arbor, great business mind, and I would highly recommend this book as well. And then, if you want to get a little spiritual, one of my faves, Joel Osteen, his new book is called Breakout, to give you the courage to embrace your spirituality, to do incredible things with your life. And the book that we're reading at Next Step is called Linchpin, and this was suggested by Diana Fisher, and we're doing it as a Next Step book club activity by Seth Godin, and it's his latest book, so very excited about that too. And last but not least, one book that should be on every bookshelf in America is 101 Things You Can Do to Become an Outstanding Young Adult, written by yours truly. Fantastic book on Amazon.com. And last but not least, I almost forgot that I have my favorite book of all time by Bo Burlingham called Small Giants. This book has been instrumental in helping me design and grow my vision for the company. Bo, thank you for this book. It's been a guiding force in creating something not necessarily bigger, but something necessarily better that I can be proud of. So thank you. So those are the books that I've read and the books that I'm going to read this year. Hope you have a great week, and take an hour a day, half hour a day in the morning at least, to read and get your mind straight. Thank you very much. Have a great day.